Dysfunctional vet. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to roll this tree out of the tree it's hung up in. Down here at the bottom, you can see where it's been cut. And the tree had an incredible amount of lean in the direction away from me. And I put a rope on it. I put as much tension on it as I could, but the instant that it went into motion and the slack was on it, there's no way I could pull it back in. Once it's moving, it's gone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a technique which probably won't work, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway, because I need to get the butt of the tree right here onto the ground. So let's take a quick look at that. The tree is just barely onto the stump, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll it off with a cant hook. This is the kind of job where if you know somebody that you really don't like them, you ask them to do it, you know, pro bono, and whatever happens to them, you're just glad it wasn't you. With the chain here into a come along here, come along is hooked to a tree. By the way, this is a rated, as in it actually comes with a tag saying that it is actually physically rated for 1,500 pounds, or correction, 1,000 pounds. About 9 o'clock, I got the tree down. I moved the chain and the come along about 15 feet, Here's the come along on the ground. You can see the chain goes over to the new tree, stretched out pretty good. And then the cable, if you can see that, comes over here. And there is the tree on the ground. And it runs up. And of course, my dog wants to be in the picture. Good looking dog, isn't he? Anyway, the tree is down. Now, there's the stump, and here's the butt of the tree. I've moved it no more than 10 feet. Yeah, probably about 10, 12 feet at the most to pull the thing out, and it finally went ahead. The upper section of the tree is fairly small, and I could hear it cracking, or something up there was cracking very loud, and then it went ahead and fell down. So life is good. And as you can see, there's a bit of a hole here that the trunk was digging as it moved along. Maybe I can get it this way. There you can see that hole. When I rolled this thing off over here, I ended up having to go to the left-hand side and roll the thing down. These larger boards you see here are what I rolled it onto, and that's how I skidded it the majority of the distance before the boards just completely broke apart and it ended up digging into the ground. But it was successful. We got the tree down. Unfortunately, I couldn't videotape all of it, but I'll give you the highlights. Now, I did this, I actually did the winching of this tree down with using a flashlight. Unless you just have a lot of experience with tree work, don't do what I do. I've been doing this for a while. I have a clue, and while, yes, I could get hurt, I have enough of a clue to figure out what I can and cannot get away with. Tree cutting is not an exact science, it's an art. Dysfunctional vet with a big white dog out.